most of the time I'm happy and I laugh. I like to laugh. I enjoy laughing, so I laugh. I always try and find something in my mind to think about that's productive or funny. I like to make other people laugh and make light of serious situations, try and find solutions for people, and try and remain positive and optimistic. But I tell you, deep down inside of me is an absolute loathing for the system, an absolute hatred for society. Absolute anger towards government and authority. I just can't express that. And all of these years, in secret, I've been living double and triple lives. While others are having fun or sleeping, I'm researching and using my mind, giving my mind something to occupy itself before it goes crazy and just wants to start war. So I give my mind something to work on, a master plan. But my heart still can't hide the pain of watching folks go to work every day and work hour after hour and come home tired and confused and frustrated and disempowered, even feeling guilty or shame that they haven't quite made enough money. People actually feeling responsible for their own financial crisis when there's so many banks and so many companies and corporations and government institutions ruthlessly stealing that money. And when we look at people, civil servants and politicians, how much money they pay themselves from the so-called taxpayer money. And I have to get angry at those who call themselves taxpayers. Just because rich elite families of the aristocracy have become landowners to every piece of land by inheritance or theft, claiming to actually own the land, and then turning that into a business so that people can have jobs, and those people who have jobs then are forced to pay taxes. And who do the taxpayers blame? Those without jobs. When the landowners took all the farm, the land, the everything, leaving people with no jobs. So now we have a class war of the snobs attacking those lower class, and the lower class trying to live up to the mark by label designer fashion to be credible in society, to have enough status to exist in this pathetic fake world that we've built, full of fake idols on television, or paid to say every word they say, paid to talk lies, paid to get you to think they're great. When in real life these celebrities are nothing more than sick people, most of them. The media is a sickening place. Who can sit on a news desk or speak in a stand-up comedy show and ignore the violence that's going on in the world, the injustice, the social injustice, even in the schoolyard mentality in every workplace nowadays. If you've got a flaw in your character, everybody else will mob you on that flaw. Where does that mentality come from? But my own personal war exceeds everything, and I can't show it all the time. I have to hide my mood. I have to hide my anger, my loathing, my hatred for the government. Every time I walk down a street, every time I see a normal person, citizen, acting in a normal, everyday civilian way, every time I see a television or news report, I want to get angry, I want to shout, I want to explain that it's lies, it's fake, it's false, it's sick, it's indoctrination, it's hypnosis, it's brainwashing. But I can't. Because every time I do that, I offend the people who are being brainwashed. I offend those who idolize those aspects, who worship those actors on television, who worship those principles. I've been fighting this feeling inside of hatred with the society and what it turns people into. I've been fighting that hatred so long that I've become like a skilled warrior, silent and waiting, so that when people see me in my normal everyday life, they maybe think that nothing puts me off my balance, that I'm always happy, that I'm always optimistic and always got some solution to every problem. When deep down inside of me is an intricate plan in play. And that plan is so detailed over the years, so refined, so complex, that there's backup plan within backup plan. So that any time something knocks me off balance, that plan happens. And so sometimes I wonder, does it take anything for me to then say something or do something to explode the wall, the boundary, the restriction put on us? Everybody seems to be a prisoner of themselves, prisoner of their own inhibitions and guilt complexes and insecurities. I don't know what are you a prisoner of? It definitely seems that you're your own worst enemy. Who turned you against yourself? So I'm not out to form a team of people to bring down a government, or I'm not an activist or anything, but I have a plan. I have a plan. I have a plan of my own, but I've got a plan for everybody. It's just impossible to explain that plan because people are so filled with their own construct of the world that it is how it is, that my plan would never work. It wouldn't even pass your mind if you weren't open-minded enough. You would think that I'm just talking dreams, talking logical, just illogical fallacies. You have to be able to see beyond the point where you've ever seen before to see. And that may mean trying to forget the things that you hold on to closely as ideas. The blame, the expectations, ambition. Forget ambition. Ambition is just a pile of shit. Ambition is like vanity, it's like wanting fame. There is no ambition, there is no better and worse, there is just people being happy and living good lives. There is no formula to that, like money or there's a lot of mystery. But we want to control everything. We want everything to be known. We want everything to be transparent and truthful, instead of just accepting that there is no such thing as truth in that way. That if somebody doesn't know that it's wrong to hurt somebody else, then there's something wrong with that person anyway. Why should I explain to you your rights? But the rights we're arguing about in society are really hospital privileges. Because this society is becoming nothing more than a big hospital. So my patience goes on. I can be patient for 1,000 years because my anger for the system, for what the upper class do to the lower class, and how the lower class demonize themselves and each other, and how the elite class think that they're not involved in the world's problems, but they can just simply use them to their own advantage. There is no alternative. There is no other alternative. sometimes, you know. And so there's no discussion. And so on a lot of things I just remain silent and wait for the moment. And that's the greatest gift that I've been given, is that patience. As a warrior, to know when my time is coming. Because my life isn't about an ambition or a career. My life isn't about a future. Not for me. My only purpose is to have a good time on this planet. And if there's people fucking with that, then that needs addressing. I get satisfaction from simply following my heart, and if this is where my heart takes me, then this is where my heart takes me. And I'm not really playing games, but I'm trying to make it playful. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll be back again. I don't know if this has been a bit disjointed. But I really want you all to think about yourselves. And have a good time. Cheerio. See you later.